So I'm about to embarrass myself by recreating the very first HTML and CSS website I ever created. You're probably thinking, why? Why embarrass yourself? It's simple. I want to show that us software developers all start from embarrassing and humble beginnings, and that everything we make isn't golden. Now let's do this. So during my bachelor's degree in media production, an assignment we had was to create a website of our choice. I chose to do a movie review website, which we're going to make right now. So at the moment, all we have is an empty style.css and an empty index.html. So let's start writing our HTML, shall we? Now, before I forget, we don't need the script tags. Let's delete that. And before I forget, because I am a bit forgetful me, let's add our style.css here. And let's change our title from page title, how boring, to Tanya's movie reviews. Let's refresh the browser, and nice, we've got Tanya's movie reviews. So I think it was a pretty simple site. It was literally the title, and we went straight into the movie reviews. No explanation, no about, no introduction, just straight into the reviews. So let's do that. Let's add our title, Tanya's movie reviews. Let's refresh. Bam, we have Tanya's movie reviews as a title. And because we went straight into the reviews, let's add our very first review. Let's put it into a div. And I believe it was straight off an image. So it was like image, then title of the movie, then underneath it was the synopsis of a review. It was like a paragraph. So let's get an image of a movie. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be using current movies that are just coming out in the month of October 2018. And our first movie is called The Guilty. I can't type. The Guilty. Let's do a quick refresh. We have our image for The Guilty. Nice. Let's add the title of our movie, The Guilty. Save that. And then let's just jump straight in and add our review. Let me just grab it over here. Let's do a little copy and paste job. Let's save this and let's refresh. Okay, so far so good, right? It's not too bad. It lacks imagination. We're using Times New Roman. You're probably thinking, what's she talking about? This website's not bad. It's possible. Yeah. This is where things start to go very wrong. Because I believe I did something absolutely crazy as changing the background color to pink. Oh yeah, it was something like this. Who doesn't love a pink background, huh? So you're probably thinking still, not too bad, what's she talking about? Guess what I did next? On every bit of the front, guess what I did next? I made this all. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Yes! Pink background, green font. I did this. I don't know if I was obsessed with the Joker at this point or what, but I thought this was good. Why didn't anyone stop me? Let's carry on, shall we? So we have our first movie. Let's be lazy and let's create our next 3 movies. So I'm gonna change the image source. So our next movie is called Bohemian Rhapsody. Trailer looks pretty good for that actually. I might give it a watch. I think we all know that I can't spell or type very well, so let's just copy and paste that title over here. And let's get the synopsis quickly. Let's do that. That's our second one. And I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a sec. I'm going to do the rest of them because it's pretty boring watching. I'll be back. Okay, so we have our 4 movies for our movie reviews. We have The Guilty, we have Bohemian Rhapsody, we have An Evening with Beverly Loughlin, and we have The Hate You Give. Side note, I need to watch The Hate You Give, and I think I need to take some of my younger cousins with me to watch this because, for the culture. Anyway, we have our 4 movies for our review. They're all bleeding together. It's a bit hard to distinguish what's going one from another, what's going on. So let's tidy up a little bit. Let's separate them. What I think I did was, did I have class names? Hopefully I'm smart enough to have class names. So let's add a class name to each of these movies real quickly. Sweet. And we're going to wrap a border around each review. Let's make it, 2 pixels, solid, and black. Nice. Each review has a border, but as you can see, the images are overlapping the border a little bit. So let's get each image and let's squash them a little bit so it can fit inside. So let's make for width. I know for sure I just changed the width like this. I didn't try and adjust the aspect ratio. I was just like, whatever, I want it to be this size. So I think I probably made it like 250 pixels, and yeah, I definitely did this. And the aspect ratio is fine here. I was a bit insane at the time. I probably also changed for height to be the same dimension, and I probably made it all squashed like this because that's the sort of thing that I used to do. And I have a feeling that I was insane enough not to let each review cover the whole width of the page. So I probably, across the entire website, did something ridiculous as this. I probably made it the same dimension as the image. I actually probably did something as insane as that. So let's leave it, shall we? And as you can see, the image is still overlapping a little bit. So let me just make it 240 pixels, the width of the image. Something like that. That'll do. That'll do. This is not perfection. This will do. And I think I submitted this website like this. Like a crazy, you know what? You're probably thinking this doesn't look bad. And I'm actually thinking this doesn't look too bad. I've got a feeling that this border around each of these reviews were not black. I think the border was something as insane as yellow. And I think it looked like this. Why didn't anyone stop me? How did I pass this module? I passed the module, by the way, in case you were wondering. I actually did. I made something like this, and I was very proud of it. I submitted it. I passed the module. I made this, guys. This is the very first HTML and CSS I ever did. And I know for sure I did not change that font family. It was Times New Roman. It looked like that, guys. It looked like that. Yeah, I did this. So, please leave comments below. I want to hear about the horror stories of your first HTML, CSS, the first bit of code you ever wrote, the first time you ever dealt with a compiler. My first introduction was with C++. It was an interesting time. I want to hear your horror stories about the first thing you ever coded, whether it was just markup or code. Please let me know below. Tell me in the comments. And if you care to, like and subscribe. Bye!